Sometimes people want us to be stuck. And I don't want this to be a whole big blah, oh my God, I'm unsafe, I'm under attack thing, right? If this is activating your nervous system, then go calm yourself down and, maybe save this video for another day. And if you don't know how to regulate your nervous system, I've got some ways to do that inside of my miniature courses. Shameless plug. This is a business. So, all right. People love us, they nurture us, they help us, they support us, right? Parents, older siblings, mentors, coaches, cousins, best friends, people support us. Sometimes, and we might experience this ourselves, we might experience people who have experienced this. We're not demonizing anybody, it just is what it is. Sometimes, when we have low self-worth, we don't feel like being us is good enough to maintain connection, right? We don't feel like we can be loved as just who we are. And if we feel like our only role of importance in somebody else's life is being there to help them and to support them, then if that person grows up, if that person becomes independent, if that person does their own thing and they don't need us anymore, then we're going to become, is obsolete the word that I want to use? Is that the right word? Hold on, let me look up obsolete really quick. We're only 2 minutes in. I feel like we got time. Yes. Yes, sure. I think that that's appropriate. So, when you have those people in your life, and I'm just trying to help you, I'm just trying to support you, I'm just trying to blah, blah, blah. Sometimes they're just not. And this doesn't always happen consciously. And this is why we, in order to be safe people in relationships, have to have self-awareness. When you're not aware, or when somebody else isn't aware that they are subconsciously scared that you're not going to need them anymore, you're not going to depend on them anymore, so they say things to undermine your success, they say things to stop you from moving forward. People can be secret, undercover enemies to us in a way, and not even consciously understand that they're doing it or why they're doing it. So I'll give a quick story here and then we'll wrap it up. Years ago, I had moved in with my cousin, and I really wanted to leave her place and I wanted to go to New York, and we had gotten into this like whole freaking argument. And she basically was psychic in her own way, whatever. She's like, I don't think you should go. Or she didn't say my spirit guides, but she was just like, the guides are saying, don't go, stay here. And we're like going back and forth. I'm like obviously not listening to her. And I asked her, the most simple question I asked her, why do I want to go to New York? What do I want there? Why do I want to go there? Why do I want to be there? And if you're anybody who's ever had a conversation with me about New York, if you're anybody who's ever listened to me, I talk about it all the time. I talk about it pretty openly. It's an easy question to answer. And had she asked me, Had she actually been trying to help me and support me in making the best decision for me, then she would have asked me. There would have been curiosity. When we love people and we want to help people and we want to support people in making the best decisions for themselves, we don't walk up to them and tell them, this is what you should do and this is what you shouldn't do. We seek to understand them. We seek to understand what's alive within them. We seek to help them understand themselves because they have the answers. They know the right next step for them. But when we don't trust people to make their own choices and decisions for themselves, then we get into that dangerous territory of being controlling, of not actually listening, not actually taking things into account. So I asked her, why do I want to go to New York? Simple answer would have been, because it makes you feel alive. Because in astrocartography, your sun line goes through the city. Because you're the happiest you've ever been when you're there. Because, a million other different reasons that I was more passionate about back then than I am now. But that's not the point. The point is that I really, really loved the city. And she wasn't getting that. And then she was being manipulative and controlling spiritually, using spirituality, which my spirituality is a sacred thing to me, using spirituality to position herself as an authority figure in an effort to control me. Like, that's a big no-no. Sometimes it's not the spiritual person telling you they're receiving a message from the other side and the other side is telling you that you have to do this one specific thing. And actually, every single time I've ever gotten a message from somebody that the spirit world wanted me to do something, it always just so happened to benefit the person that was giving me the message. You ever think about that? The lady told me spirit told her that it was best for us to work together. Yeah, I bet the universe did tell you that it was best for me to pay you. My cousin told me, the spirit guides are telling me you should stay here and live here. Yeah, I bet they are telling you that I should stay here with you. And it's very funny because if you were really getting a message from your omniscient guides, then there's information that you would already know. Number one, my cousin would have known that one of the biggest reasons why I was going to New York was so that I could get away from her, so that I could avoid cussing her the fuck out. That bitch was driving me crazy. Turns out I do not like her at all. Like, just her personality. It was exhausting. No, thank you. I gotta get the fuck ASAP. And I'm like, well, I might go to California. Why not try New York? If it doesn't work out, I'll go back to California. And, well, I'm live from the West Coast. But I'm okay. Anyway, that's not the point. The point is that no, you're not straight up channeling things from the guides. And maybe it's because of your energy and you don't have the capacity to see the full picture. That other lady who's like, spirit's telling me that we're supposed to work together. You couldn't possibly have the entire picture, because if you did have the entire picture, you would know that I don't really respect the work that you do or find it to be particularly impactful or helpful. I had different sessions with her across a couple different years. She's a pretty good, great energy healer, but when it comes to coaching and helping people identify and shift and help, she wasn't it for me, and that's okay. So both of those experiences were lessons where I really was powerfully inspired to go within, to connect with myself, because it's really easy to be controlled by other people when you don't have a relationship with yourself. Somebody else telling you you have to do this. Somebody else telling you you should do that. Somebody else telling you you should go here. Somebody else telling you things are supposed to work out this way for you. The most important, reliable voice that you have is your internal one. Your feelings. So when you're on that journey, becoming more aware of how you feel, when you're on that journey, becoming more aware of your limiting beliefs, surprise, surprise, you're also on a journey of tapping further and further into your inner being. Because your inner being, your soul, the part of you that is connected to source energy, infinitely intelligent, right? Your inner being communicates to you through your emotions. So when you don't have a relationship with how you feel emotionally, when you override and bulldoze over your feelings, the feelings that tell you, I really want to do this thing that my older cousin is telling me not to do, the feelings that tell you this isn't the right coach for me, the feelings that tell you this isn't the right job for me, the feelings that tell you this isn't my path. When you have a habit of overriding those feelings, you might not even notice that you're doing it. You've been doing it for so long, it's subconscious. Ignore how I feel, do what this person tells me. Ignore how I feel, follow them because they're giving me a warning, and if I don't listen to them, if I don't heed their warning, I won't be safe. The key to undoing all of that bullshit and actually moving in alignment with your soul's essence, moving towards an emotionally fulfilled life, is to start tuning back into you. How do you feel? What do you think? What do you want? What do you like? What do you desire? What do you need? And the people who are supposed to lead you, the people who are trustworthy enough to lead you, are the people who care about the answers to those questions. Trustworthy leaders care about what's alive within you. It is imperative when it comes to the people who you are seeking out advice, counsel, and support from, that they actually care about you, what's alive within you, and what would emotionally fulfill you. That's all that I got for today. I hope that you are loving the daily shift. I am Natalie Hughes. I didn't say that in the introduction. If you're loving this, give me some yellow hearts in the comment section. I love seeing those from you guys. Be sure to let me know what your takeaways are. If you want to put more than yellow hearts, if you want to send me messages, emails, I would absolutely love to hear from you. If you haven't subscribed already, definitely do that. And if you want more work from me, more support from me, you can check out my offers using the links in the description. I love you so much, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.